Scrub-a-dub-dub, what's in the tub, what's going on my subscribers? Ace here, and today we're back with another video. I know that we said that it would be the end of the series, but we felt that one of the best ways to help you guys in League format, because we felt that we were a little bit experienced in it with Leagues becoming more popular, we felt that we should show you guys a draft that we would build, like just straight off the bat if we were looking at mods across the board, just so you guys can get like a general idea of how we would construct a draft for ourselves. So I'm not alone. Like I said, I'm saying we like 16 times. I didn't introduce Hubba. But yeah, Vsing HB is here, my partner in crime.
I'm still here, man. I want to build some mods and drafts and stuff like that. Yeah.
Alright, so Vsing, right off the bat, if you're starting from the first pick of the draft and you have any choice of versatility, anything that you want, where would you start off?
I would want something that, like you said, is versatile, something that can be an enforcer in its own right. It can set up and do that, or it can be bulky. So I would probably go for something like Mega Altaria.
Alright. I love Mega Altaria, actually. Was it the TeamSpeak GBA had Mega Altaria?
You did. It got bodied by Veronica.
That was a crit thunder paralyzed
It's on
me,
your
man.
channel. People can go watch.
I actually don't think it's there anymore.
Wait, you deleted it? Really?
I'm not 100% sure. It might not be there. I'm not 100% sure. I think it's actually still there, but I'm not 100% sure. It's so far down in the videos.
If it is, we'll link it.
Alright, cool. No, I won't. Alright. But yeah, no. I definitely like Mega Altaria as a pick. Great coverage wise, with the dual typing of Dragon and Fairy and the ability to pixelate. And you can have the diversity of coming in like on Earthquake, since Altaria regular is flying.
Yeah, one of the main reasons I thought of this is I can be a wall. I can be a physical wall with Cotton Guard. I can just be an all-out special wall, just because it is quite specially bulky anyway. I believe it gets Calm Mind, does it?
Does it? I haven't run it with Calm
Maybe?
Minds. Okay, no, it doesn't.
No, it doesn't. Sorry, that's my bad. But yeah, it can be a physical wall, special wall. It can be a physical enforcer because pixelated boosted return hits like a truck. It can be a special enforcer because pixelated hyper voice hits like a truck. I think this is the only one that gets like Moonblast and Draco. I think.
Yep. I think I usually see hyper voice over.
Oh yeah, but it was just an example, like because it's a fairy move and a dragon move. But yeah, like this, the immunities it has, the resistances it has, it's ridiculous. Plus, yeah, versatility, bulky,
looking at
all
its
that
stats,
stuff.
like
Exactly
110 across like most of the major like stats that you're looking at, like special attack and attack as an enforcer and a versatility mod. That's huge. And then 105 special defense. So like basically you bulk up your defense to like god status, and then like you're just chilling.
Yeah.
And then this thing also like
it gets recovery too.
Yeah, roost and get set up as well. Like Vsing said, you can put Dragon Dance on this.
Yep.
So yeah. I mean, like whether you're getting bulkier, whether you're getting faster and stronger, like whatever you really want to do. So that's a great pick there.
So Ace, what would you go for next?
Okay, so specifically after you have Altaria here, I would say, okay, this is my kind of star mon for a bit, but I might also pick up mons to kind of complement this later. But really, I'd like to build a core to kind of complement this. So we already have the fairy dragon here, and things that we'd be looking to kind of get away from is ice and poison. So I would think, okay, let's look at some steel mons here. So if I look at the steel mons here, we can look across, and I think a really great steel mon for League format would be something like either Heatran, Empoleon, or Ferrothorn. Now, in terms of versatility, I think...
Thick.
True thick.
Yeah.
Yo, Wormadam trash. It's time. Except he gets quad weak to fire. I think that I would probably lean more towards Heatran because it's one of the most versatile mons. Heatran really has great coverage along with the Flash Fire ability. I think it works extremely well. So now we basically have a Fairy Dragon core, or Fairy Dragon Steel core right here, already going.
We do. We have a core with 2 mons already.
Yeah, and that's just straight off the bat. So with Heatran, really, there's so many things you can do with this thing. You can choice scarf it, you can choice specs it, you can run it with leftovers. Really, in league format, you can do whatever you want with it. You can run it assault vest if you really want to, focus sash, air balloon, and it has pretty good like diversity, as you guys can see. Like it gets physical moves. Its physical attack isn't that bad for like league format. Its special attack is obviously better. So you can run lava plume, eruption, choice scarf, eruption wouldn't be bad. Yeah, no, really good versatility across the thing. Explosion, you know, just like YOLO, boom.
Mm-hmm.
It also gets stealth rocks as well, so you can have the hazard setting up as well. All right, so Vsing, I've added on a nice addition to our team here. I think. Where would you go from this?
Me personally, I'm looking at that, and I want to pick up a fast mon, like a very, very speedy mon, because Heatran and Altaria, they're not slow, but they're not like they're not gonna, I don't know, like sweep a team. They're base 80s, I guess. And I was also looking at it like after Altaria Mega evolves, neither of these want to take an earthquake, and also we don't really have initiative yet. So I was thinking Thunderous Eye.
All right, Thunderous Eye. I like that pick a lot.
Yeah. Thunderous Eye. Yeah, it's levitating, so EQ doesn't matter. It's super speedy. It's it gets Volt Switch. It covers that niche of initiative. It's extremely versatile as well. Like it's a physical and special attacker. Obviously it gets Prankster, so like Thunder Wave, Nasty Plot. Like there's your special enforcer. There's your Volt Switcher. There's your Levitator. All that stuff. I just think it fits well with those other two mons. Anything to say on it, Ace?
No, I definitely think that's an extremely good mon to kind of head here, especially like you said with having Volt Turn initiative. We do have a mon here now that can use the Volt Turn. And does it get U-turn as well?
It does. It gets both. Yeah.
So like we can run it either physical or special depending on what we really want to do. Because if we don't want it hindering nature, we don't really have to worry about it too much because we can run both.
Mm-hmm.
So like it's really good across the coverage. Okay. Now in a league format, I believe normally you get what 3
Yeah,
to 4
usually
pick
3.
OUs.
Usually 3 from each tier.
Okay. So right here we have our 3 OU picks, and I think we're in an okay position here. Now, as we move down to the UU, this is kind of a little bit more my expertise kind of area. So looking at this team now, from here, I would kind of want to add a mon with Regenerator. And what do you think about adding Young Slowking?
Already?
Maybe. I'm not sure. I kind of like the Regenerator.
Well, it's RU.
Hmm.
So we can wait.
That's true. We can wait a little bit. Let's see. The UU tier chilling right here. Like, I know all the mons in this tier. I just kind of want to think. We can kind of wait on it, like you said. Let's see. We have the speed. We have our core. Kind of chilling. Maybe we want to get some hazard control as well, because UU is really dependent upon the hazards. So we could go offensive. We could go defensive. Let's see. What do we want to do here? Oh, actually. There's so many good mods. Let's see. There's hazard control. There's bulk. There's like enforcers. Let's see. Really across the board, I think picking up like a hazard controller at this point wouldn't be that bad. We already had Mega Altaria, so Mega Blastoise wouldn't really fit in. I'm kind of at a loss right now, I'm like thinking.
Are you not enjoying yourself there?
I'm having trouble. There's so many good mods that I like. This is like an actual draft for me now. I'm like, oh god, what do I want? What do I want? Alright, well I think in League format it's extremely important to have a bulky water.
You want me to recommend one?
You want to recommend
would work
one?
well? Yeah.
What do you think? Yeah, Tentacruel? Oh, true, and Rapid Spin? But then that's also like our Earthquake weakness as well.
We work around it.
Alright. Well, if we're going to go with Tentacruel, then yeah, we definitely have to work around it as well. But I think Tentacruel is a solid pick as well. Not only because we have Heatran here that checks fairies, but now we have Tentacool, who can have one of the best moves in the game in Acid Spray. It also has the ability to set up Toxic Spikes, which allows for our versatility. Toxic Spikes. This gets Toxic Spikes. Okay, I was like, I'm positive it gets Toxic Spikes. It also gets the Rapid Spin, which is one of the premier ways of getting rid of hazards and keeping them on your side of the field, like we talked about before. And it also gets Liquid Ooze because a lot of people like to run like grass types or specific bonds for bulky waters here, and now we have this one here that prevents that, and it has the Liquid Ooze ability. All right. So where would you go from there? Now we have our bulky water in the UU tier, and we have our Fairy Dragon Steel Volt.
Well, from here, I would say I've got a bulky water, I've got a relatively bulky fire. Let's finish off the core and get a grass, which would help with the earthquake.
Okay.
And from UU, I would go shaman.
Shaman specifically?
Yeah.
Okay. Like I would like I'd also look at like Tangrowth as well here. Looking at like a regenerator, because I think regenerator cores are really, really good in there as well.
We could go Tangrowth.
You think well, let's kind of weigh the options here. So with Shaman, we do get the balanced stats across the board, and we get the natural cure, and we get the access to things like aromatherapy, but we don't get spore respectively. We do get earth power, psychic, air slash respectively.
Oh, in fact, I actually had a thought then. If we're building this draft and we want to get the regenerator core, we get Tangrowth later. Something we don't really have right now is priority offensively. So how about we go Mienshao?
That's great. I like that a lot.
You get your fake out, and I believe it gets Mach Punch.
Yeah.
And it actually adds to the regenerator core with U-turn. Oh, it doesn't? Okay, but it gets fake out, and it hits hard with it.
Well, if we're looking at this specifically, we could go... No, actually, it's probably better off with Mienshao because, well, it's either Infernape or Mienshao, in my opinion.
We don't need Infernape because Heatran.
Yeah, we already have Heatran. Okay.
But like you mentioned regenerator, so I thought we might as well add this with U-turn.
Like U-turn. Like you could, but like we're not restricted to running specifically regenerator. We have...
No, yeah, you can be like Scarfed, Reckless, High Jump Kick, and just destroy lives.
So like yeah, just High Jump Kick.
Yeah.
And even here, like we had talked about with Ambipom, you could run, say, HP Ice or things for mons that specifically wall this mon. So like flying types that like want to come in on a High Jump Kick or like Land OT. You just run. Well, I think this actually gets Ice Punch.
It does, but doesn't it have like base 90 special attack?
Yeah, actually,
so
it's base 95, which
95,
isn't bad.
Yeah, so the for a physical wall like Land OT, it's probably better running the Hidden Power Ice.
And actually here with Thunderous Tentacruel as well, we could run like a rain team specifically for that type of matchup and give it like HP water.
We could.
Or something like that. That wouldn't be too bad.
Definitely plausible.
Okay, so let's see. We have our physical mon here, and we have 2 UU picks, and we'd like to utilize another UU pick, really. We're not restricted to UU picks, but at this point, like, having the availability of upper tier mons, why not pick them up? So let's see. I really see that we don't have a lot of mons that are, like, physically bulky, if you see what I mean, because we have Tentacool and Heatran that are mostly especially defensive. Altaria is a little more physically bulky, but I'd like to get some more physical bulk.
Yeah, I know, like physical. I was actually thinking that, and I was looking at Donphan and Cresselia.
That's what I was thinking about as I was scrolling through before, but I wasn't 100% sure on like which one would be best for our team specifically.
I think because of the earthquake, I was thinking Cresselia.
That's actually a great idea because we don't have the psychic typing.
Yeah, we don't have a psychic type yet.
All right. So psychic typing, and Cresselia actually has like great coverage on both sides. So like if we get later mons that we feel are better physical walls for us, specifically, like I know Tangrowth was something that we're interested in looking at. We could definitely put this mon on there as well with us. So like coverage all the way around, and I know a certain someone who likes to run weakness policy set on this mon.
Yeah, this is the god strat.
Yeah, the Calm Mind on this thing.
Oh no, we don't run Calm Mind.
You don't run Calm Mind. You just run weakness policy, and then what is it? Moonlight.
Moonlight, Recycle.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. Then Moonblast, Psyshock.
Okay, that's not bad. And then Psyshock. Well,
The only problem with this set is you get walled by steel types.
that's true. But doesn't
It's
it
the
get
only
like
problem.
like fire moves? What, HP fire actually? Yo, Sunny Day, set it up for your Heatran.
Exactly.
I mean, you're in a good position there, and we also have a Menchao who kind of checks steel types as well, respectively.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Well, looking from Cresselia there, okay, so we have our 6 Mons there from our top 2 tiers there. So we'll add in another team here. We'll just grab on another one here. Okay, so we have our 6 there from our last team. So now that we have the... Hold on, I need to be able to like click between the two. So now that we have our Fairy Dragon Steel, Volturn right here, and then we have our Hazard Control right here, as well as we have Cresselia as well for more bulk to kind of balance out what we're missing. Where would you like to go from there, Hubba? We're going down into the next tier, which is, I believe, RU.
Yeah, from here we need our grass type. At this point,
Yeah.
we're severely lacking the grass type. And in RU, you're either going to go Tangrowth or you're either going to go Amoonguss.
Both of them which have Regenerator, so I don't think we can go really bad with either.
Yeah, I personally would go Tangrowth just
Because of our Earthquake weakness.
Not only because of that, but I personally feel Tangrowth is way more versatile
That's true.
than Amoonguss. Like, way more versatile. Like, physically attacking, especially attacking Assault Vest or all-out physical bulk with Leech Seed and Stolly Set. It just does so much, and with, as you can see there, like base 100 attack, base 110 special attack, it actually does hit hard.
Mm-hmm.
It's not just fat. It's just overall really good. And yeah, it'll eat Earthquakes, it'll knock off Leaf Storm, Sludge Bombs, Poison Jet, all this stuff. And I just think it's ridiculously bulky. Hits way too hard. You can be that dick and try and get the boosts with the Ancient Power, all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So at this point, I would try and pick up Tangrowth.
Yeah, and definitely like with Sleep Powder in League format, like you get that guaranteed like 1 person to sleep, and well, if you hit it actually, you can also just run like, and this one you can really swap in. So if we feel that our like Heatran is our win condition and we kind of need something to swap in and out with the Regenerator, we can just kind of swap it in, let it take a hit or something. They have to force swap out, then we swap this thing out, and it still has it like allowance of HP that we can kind of just regenerate back. Okay, so from here, I look at our team right now. So we have our Fairy Dragon Steel, we have our Volturn here, we have our like Enforcer a bit here, we have our Rapid Spinner, and we have our Bulky there. I'd really like to, as we're going down into the RU tier, so some of the versatility of like offensive mons is a little bit limited, but it's not too bad down here. So we do have a lot of kind of leeway in what we can do. We could have Amoonguss here, but I don't really like Amoonguss, or not Amoonguss, Alamomola too much, just because it really has like one kind of set you can run on it. So like I had said before, I kind of like Slowking. What do you think?
Yeah, I like Slowking.
Like specifically because, like Vsing said with Tangrowth here, it's not only like a bulky mon. If you look at its special attack stat, it's actually pretty darn good. That's a Pixie level, like a attack stat level. And with like, if you look through, it has the Calm Mind. It has like Dragon Tail, Flamethrower, Fire Blast, Psychic, Psyshock. This thing actually hits deceptively hard. Like I know I'm playing yellow, and like slow pokes with like confusion messed me up already. Like that was something I was like, wait, young Bumba, leave me alone.
And you may be wondering, well, we already have a water type and we already have a psychic type. In a league format, honestly, like you can double up on certain typings.
Mm-hmm.
Like water typing is so good, and our psychic types, it's not even there to be a psychic type, it's there to be fat.
Yeah.
Like, I wouldn't even consider that a psychic type. It's literally just there to be fat.
And like, maybe even just like Clark roll, because that's like kind of what Cresselia like excels at, like cashing wishes and things like that.
So it's fine to double up on a typing or two. And plus Slowking works, obviously Regenerator Core with Tangrowth.
Mm-hmm.
It gets a ridiculous move pool. If you want, you can be offensive. If you run Tailwind or a
Yeah.
Trick Room team, you can be Nasty Plot and that stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, I think Slow King, that one. It's a nice way to go.
Okay. So now we do have 2 Arumon, so we have one more Aru pick. Where would you go from there?
I personally would like more hazards.
Okay. I can respect that.
Because we only have one rocker. And
That's
it's
true.
and it's a debatable rocker. It's not always gonna run rocks.
Mm-hmm. There's a lot of great hazard mods down here. I know. Like there's
there's one that caught my eye.
Is that this one up here?
But, no, it's not. But I'm actually not wanting to pick it up because I just remembered we have a similar mod.
What mod is that? What was that?
It was Drapion.
Okay, yeah, but we do have our own whatchamacallit?
Tentacle.
Yeah, right here in Toxic Spike Setter.
Yeah. I do. Yeah, I think Acelgar is where I'd go. Plus, again, we're lacking in speed other than Mienshao and Thundurus.
The only thing that I would say maybe other than Excelgor would be like Dugtrio because it does have the trapping ability. Which
It does,
would be nice.
but it's not really known for hazards.
Yeah,
though.
Stealth Rocks is its specific rule.
Yeah.
Plus, I think Excelgor actually does the job a little bit better because Dugtrio is really kind of a trapper mon, with its Arena Trap, and with Final Gambit on Excelgor, you kind of are guaranteed to kill almost.
Yep. And you could just even be Specs because it's so fast and just run Bug Buzz, Giga Drain, all that stuff.
It allows for great versatility, and looking at our opponents' teams, we can kind of see how we want to run this Excelgor because there's so much versatility on this. It does get the acid spray.
It does. It's also another option for a U-turner.
That's true. And we can also just baton pass out if we don't want to stay in because we're so fast that if our opponent swaps out before us, we can just baton pass out.
I don't know why we wouldn't U-turn though.
That's true.
To get damage off too.
Rocky Helmet.
That's true.
Like if they have a what is it, a Bulky Chomp or something like that.
That's true.
Encore as well.
Encore, all that stuff.
Pursuit. I think it's Recover. Nobody runs that because it has really low HP, but it'll actually do defense mostly. But yeah. All right.
That's where I would go.
So now we're going down to the NU tier, and now this is once you start getting down to here, you really want to kind of have a layout for your team. So now we already have basically things that we really wanted to get. So we have our Fairy Dragon Steel, we have our Grass, Water, Fire. So we're looking in a really good position. We have a Clerk, we have an Enforcer, we have Hazards, we have Hazard Control. So looking down into the NU tier, we kind of want to add mods that kind of benefit to this team. So looking down in the NU tier, we really want to kind of see what mods we have here. So let's see, scrolling down. All right. So looking down here, let's see, what do we really need? We have our bulky grass type. We have our electro type volt switcher. We don't have a ghost type yet, do we?
Well, there's two things in my head that I want to pick up.
What's that?
One of them is a ghost type, so I was thinking Miss Maggie's. And another thing was another hazard controller because, like we said earlier, it's better to have multiple options rather than be okay, they have to bring Tentacruel.
Okay. Oh, also oh, hold on, never mind. I was thinking something that's not okay. Anyways, let's see. That's true. Okay. So there's Kabutops down here. There's Hitmonchan. In terms of hazard control, there's Claydol as well, which isn't that bad because it does have the Levitate, so it is immune to our Earthquake weakness that we had before. So let me see, we don't have a ground type actually. Nothing to prevent Volt Switch.
I wouldn't recommend Claydol though because we already have two psychic types.
Oh, that's actually true. That's very true. Okay.
So a ground type, honestly at this point I'd say pick up a Golurk.
You think Golurk's actually not bad, just it covers our ghost typing and our ground typing.
Mm-hmm.
There's also Piloswine as well.
There is. I like Piloswine.
It does have the priority Ice Shard, which would be nice. But I think that Rhydon's not bad either, because you could run Dual Dance.
Yeah, you could.
Ooh, okay. We have a lot of good versatility here. Quagsire is actually not bad either, but we do have the Slowking already. But like once you get down here, if you can't like say pick up like a Slowking, I would recommend like Quagsire
yeah,
as well. There's Gastrodon down here as well.
No, Gastrodon's are you.
Yeah, I know, like Gastrodon, like instead of Slowking, if you don't like get the opportunity to get it. There's also Skuntank. I like Skuntank a lot.
Yeah, I love Skuntank too.
Ooh. I like Natu a little bit. Oh no, we have a lot of psychic types. Yeah. That's something that you really have to watch out for. There's a lot of mods that benefit each other, but they have similar typings. Okay, I think Golurk is probably our best one. Maybe Miss Maggie is. No, Golurk's better just because it specifically blocks out it blocks out the Volt Turn. Blocks out Volt Switch because he is a.
Well, it blocks a Volt Turn too because Ghost resists Bug.
Yeah. Yeah, actually,
this can come in on a Volt Switch or a U-turn.
Ground doesn't resist Bug. It's Rock that resists Bug, I think, right?
Maybe.
I don't think the ground resists Bug.
Ground doesn't resist. I know that.
Yeah.
I don't know about Rock though.
I know that Rock is super effective on Bug. I just don't know if it's like resisted the opposite way. Okay, so this thing can run like the Dynamic Punch. We can run that. So we can run like the Shadow Punch, Iron Fist. I mean, this thing can we really run the special like with 55 special attack? I'm not really sure.
Oh no, this is a physical enforcer.
Yeah, it's like once you get down to this point, it's not too much of a versatility mod. Like you can run like kind of mix-ups on this thing, but really, I guess mostly because it has the versatility with Iron Fist. Like you can Thunder Punch, Ice Punch, Shadow Punch, Dynamic Punch. Yeah, really versatile. Like maybe Choice Band this thing, maybe Life Orb this thing.
Yeah, you Life Orb it, you band it, you can Scarf it, you can Assault Vest it because it actually has decent defenses and HP.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Obviously, because it gets no guard as well, like Dynamic Punch is guaranteed to hit, as well as Stone Edge and stuff like that. If you want to be that guy, guaranteed Toxic.
Yeah. Drain Punch to get your recovery back as well. And if we wanted to run, this doesn't get Sticky Webs in particular, but if we wanted to run, say, Tailwind on one of our mods or Trick Room, and kind of end up game clean up with this thing, we could. That's one of our options as well, because we do have some slower mods as well. Like Heat Train can be run slower, Tentacruel could be run slower, Cresselia could be run slower. I guess Altaria could be run, like we could run it bulky with like attacks after it.
We could.
Like I don't see that being as like our best way of going about it, but it's just like another added dimension that we could like implement if our opponent has a better matchup against us. Okay. So one thing that I'm noticing that really would hurt our team is Weavile.
Yeah.
Okay. So we might have to specifically prepare against that. I think Mega Altaria might be something that helps against that. Maybe Minchao as well. And that's also hazards. Okay, so from here, where would you go?
I still want to pick up a Hazard Control Mon and maybe something that also gets priority.
Okay. So down in the RU tier, we're looking, or not RU, NU.
I was thinking Hitmonchan, but we have a Mienshao. Trying to think. So what in here gets rid of hazards?
There's Scyther, there's Shiftry.
Do we have a Dark type yet?
I don't believe we do have a Dark type. And that knockoff is really, really good as well.
I would probably go Shiftry.
That's another grass to add to our like versatility as well with our Fire, Grass, Water. Because we can even run 2 separate like cores of Fire, Grass, Water.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's not even bad at all. And Shiftry is like completely the opposite, I would say, of Tangrowth. Well, not even like the opposite. It's just so like it's so strong on like the offensive side and the special. Well, it's probably not that much stronger than. Like,
Shiftry's more of a sweeper in that it gets Source Dance and Nasty Plot.
Yeah, and it gets the defog and knockoff is really great in League format. Yeah, Sucker Punch as well. Like stab both of those, like being like as fast as it is, like at 80 speed. That's not bad for like a lower tier mod. All right, I really like that pick a lot, to be honest. Okay, so adding one more mon from the NU tier, so that would make us at 12, right? This would be our final pick.
Yep.
Okay. So let's see. Closing out, let's see. We do have, like I said, we have a bit of trouble with Weavile. Also, I noticed. Let's see. Hazard control wise, we're pretty well off. What are we weak to? I'd say U-turn kind of hurts us a little bit, just because we have a lot of psychic types. We do have the grass types, but we have the resistances. Let's see. Well, we can go down to NU and kind of see what we need.
The only thing I would say is normal types are actually quite nice.
That's true, especially like with like spin blockers and things like that. Let's see, what do we have down here? There's Swallow, Zangoose.
I think isn't the best one in NU Tauros.
Yeah, I was gonna like Tauros is probably something that I'm looking at as well. Is there anything else up here that like I really feel we need? Milk Tank's not bad.
Milk Tank isn't bad.
I think Milk Tank or Tauros. Well, like, what do we feel we need? We have a lot of bulk, so maybe Tauros is a better leaning pick. Just specifically because it has that ability to do that. There's also Oddno, like regular form.
That's true.
It's just a good clerk. Just like we don't even have to run Mega. Like just running clerk is not bad. But I really like Tauros, especially since it gets access to Intimidate. And Sheer Force.
And Sheer Force.
Yeah,
Sheer
and
Force,
it's base 110 speed.
That's
not bad. Also, actually, hold on. There's one more mod that I really like. Hold on. I added this to the wrong thing. Actually, one more mod that I really like, and that's Ditto.
Yeah, you could go Ditto.
Like, Ditto is a kind of low-key mod that you can also run just because, like, once your opponent kind of gets set up, if you bring out Ditto, you can copy it. So it's kind of that thing as well. And it gets access to Limber and Imposter, so we can kind of swap it in freely on, like, Thunder Waves that we're expecting from, like, Light Parts and stuff like that.
Yeah, I'd be happy with going with Ditto at this point.
It's either Ditto or Tauros. Which do you feel like fills our team's needs better?
I'd say Tauros, purely for speed.
Yeah, surely for speed, and it has the Intimidate, which is always nice to have on a league draft. Maybe on another day I would draft Ditto just because like I like the versatility, but like since we're like having access to like whatever mods we want here, Tauros is not bad at all as far as this goes. So guys, like we said, having good versatility, so we have our Fire Dragon, Fairy.
No, Fairy Dragon Steel.
Oh, no. So yeah, Fairy Dragon Steel, Fire, Water, Grass. We have our hazards here and here. We have our regenerator. Actually, let me just click on these. So we have our Volt Turn right here, easily accessible with. We can actually run these both physical and special. Well, Manshell a little less on the special side, but it's not that bad. Cresselia with our bulk, but we could also like end game sweep with that if we really needed to. We have our nice regenerator core here. We have our another hazard setter, like I had said. Our
another U-turner.
Our spin blocker, yeah, U-turner as well. Choice specs. We have our defogger, physical sweeper, intimidator here. Really things that put our opponent in a very difficult position. Like looking at this draft, I would be like scared against this draft. Looking back to other drafts that I had, like my Mega Diancie team would have a lot of problems with this team, specifically because Tentacool is like chilling right here and Mega Altaria is chilling right there. Like I don't have great answers for those, to be honest.
Yeah, it's a nice draft.
What would you say would improve this draft? Like what would like make this draft better?
The only thing I can think of is a bigger special enforcer.
Okay.
That's the only thing, because Altaria doesn't really hit that hard, neither does Heatran or Tentacruel, and Selgar is kind of limited in its move pool.
Okay.
So I would think maybe, I don't know. I'm trying to think, like I'm not very good with, as you know, enforcers from different tiers.
Okay.
So I was looking at maybe Cresselia, because we kind of have
we
like,
kind of have that already on the bulk a lot. So
Yeah.
like this is not like something bad that you guys could do, as well as kind of looking through like once you've already figured out mods that you want, kind of mons that kind of outlie there. So we had Cresselia that's already kind of like his role is already covered, so we're kind of okay, like kind of swapping it out for something else. So we don't have let's see, we don't have something that's super duper special physical. What do you think about like Hydreigon?
We could do Hydreigon.
We already have Altaria and we have Shiftry. Let's see. There's Nidoking. No, but that's another Earthquake.
Yeah, we have
well.
we have Tentacruel.
Here's Uniclus.
That's true.
There's Sceptile. There's always Shaman.
It's time.
There's Zapdos as well. Oh, Gardevoir.
We have Slowking in the Mega Altaria.
That's true. Let's see. What do we want? Maybe about Chandelure. Earthquake weakness.
Yeah. Like the one I was looking at, and I know we just picked up Tauros, but the one I was looking at is Porygon Z.
Yeah, it's true. We could put Porygon Z in here and then swap Ditto in.
Yeah.
Or maybe even something else for Tauros there, because we have like our normal type here.
I think what would improve this now is the Stab, the Stone Edger.
Stab Stone Edger? Okay,
Yeah.
so like a ground type in NU?
A rock type.
Okay, let's see rock typing. Let's see, PU, NU. So we have right on here. We can do dual dance.
We could.
What do you think? Like, what do you like? Does anything catch your eye? Like, there's Cradilly there. There's Regirock. I think Rhyhorn's probably our best bet. Oh, Archeops.
Archeops is nice, actually.
That's really, really nice. Like, it does have the Defeatus ability, but we do have our Hazard Control in Tentacruel already. Like, chilling right there. And we have Shiftry as well. Can come in on rocks just fine. Archeops is a really solid pick, to be honest.
Yeah, I'd be happy with Archeops.
I think this, yeah. Now looking at this draft, like, this is really a draft that I'd be terrified of, because you can run Porygon Z, like Choice Scarf, Choice Specs, since it's already fast, like with Hazard Control. If you run like a Trick Room or something, like if your opponent has really, or maybe even like Tailwind actually probably would be better. Like thinking about this.
Yeah, I can see that.
But I think that's really, like, this is super solid. So we have our Fairy Dragon Steel. Got that right this time. We have our Fire Water Grass. We have our Volturn. We have our normal type that is like super duper powerful Special Enforcer. We have our Physical Enforcer here. We have Manchow up there. We have our Stab Stone Edger in Archeops. We have our Defog Hazard Sitter. So this is a really good versatility. Oh, we also have the Regenerator Core here as well that I need to mention. So I think this is a super duper solid draft and something that like you guys will try and like to pick at. If you guys have suggestions for our draft specifically, like something that you feel that we missed, because I think we pretty much covered like everything that you would kind of want in the league format versatility wise. Maybe we could have added some pixies in there, like if we really wanted to. Meh. I actually really like that draft. Like, you got a Mew in there.
I don't know, like, I think it's a good draft. Like, yes, pixies are nice, but sometimes they're too safe.
That's true. Okay. Well, thank you guys for watching. We just wanted to make sure that like we kind of put into practice what we were preaching. Like we wanted to like show you guys like how we kind of think we're building a draft, just so you guys weren't left on like a tangent of like, okay, I know what I'm looking for, but like what specifically kind of mindset should I think of when I'm going through this? And like we did already, like we looked at our draft and we saw that like our draft wasn't up to our snuff, and we kind of just changed it around like that. There's nothing wrong with doing that. There's always room for improvement.
Yeah, we wanted to show you like the mindset, like how you actually go through building a draft. Obviously, we just did this basically live. We didn't pre-plan this. We just went in and started building a draft. You'd take more time and look over things. Like we've just kind of skimmed over it, looked at the basics. If we got everything covered, we'd go more in depth with it and all that stuff. But
Yeah.
For what, a half hour, 40-minute video, I think we did okay.
Yeah, we did pretty well. And as you guys are doing this, remember that in a league format, you're gonna probably go with the snake draft. So as like Vsing and I were going through, and we're like, okay, you know, I like this mon, but this mon also like helps out. Like we saw Ditto with Tauros, we saw like Infernape chilling. Be prepared to have like backups in case like your drafts get picked, because you're not always gonna have access to like exactly what you want. So there's always like those backup mons, and like we had expressed in earlier videos, there's always mons that have like similar things. It's not limited to having like a fire grass water with the same 3 mons on every single team, because it's not how league format works.
Yeah.
All right. Got anything else to say before we go?
I think we're good, and I just wish good luck to everyone that's thinking or getting involved in a league.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun. It's quite stressful at times, but it is a lot of fun.
Yeah, and like we've said in past videos, make sure to like contact us in case like you want any advice, or like you wanted to comment and let us know like how we helped you, or anything that we like you guys feel that we can help you guys with. Just feel free to let us know. Like our links are down in the description and everything. So yeah, that's gonna be it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to like, subscribe, and share this video with anybody you think it would help. And yeah, that's gonna be it. Bye bye.
Bye, guys.